Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I am very excited, and I want everybody to know that you should all be paying close attention to Miguron. They are doing something that is extremely rare, if not completely and totally unheard of, for this end of the knife market. I assume what we have in here are budget knives. Now, after, Taylor, God bless Taylor. Round of applause for Taylor in the comment section. Taylor, who I discovered is a professional. His job is actually to do HRC testing, and on the side he does knife stuff. He has a website, which is linked at the bottom of my description, that showcases well over 500 tests. Very intricate, in-depth HRC testing for a lot of the knives and brands that we have come to know and love. This transparency is extremely valuable to the community, right? What you do with the information is entirely up to you, but this transparency is much needed. We've had people doing testing in the community. Some people know how to do it. Some people do not know how to do it, and that is a problem, right? But the real issue is we don't really have like a true consistent, we don't have a big data pool. Taylor is the closest thing and the best thing in that department, and so he's been able to do this. After talking, both of us talking with Miguron, Taylor doing some extensive talking with Miguron, they are improving their HRC without dramatically altering their price tags. I think they'll have a range, but for example, their D2, instead of being 58 or 59, is now going to be bumped up to 62 or 63. Keeping the price where it is, and it's not just on D2, they're going to do this with other steels. Keeping the price where it is for a lot of their really, really inexpensive stuff means that they are truly standing alone at that price point. That is phenomenal. In the case of D2, you're getting unheard of edge retention. Edge retention that in many cases will actually outshine a lot of the lackluster M390 that's floating around in the $200 to $300 territory, making a lot of that stuff look truly pathetic. So W Miguron for actually taking the step to do a lot of this. I don't actually know what's in here or whether or not these changes have been implemented on these knives, but I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about it because other companies should be doing this, and we should be celebrating Miguron for doing it. So whatever's in here, I'll link it down in the description. Thank you so much to Miguron for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Oh, okay. We have a purple. We have a black. We have nothing. Okay, this one's colorless. And then we have a blue. So let's just start with the blue one. We don't know what these are. We don't know what the name of them are. We're not reviewing anything. Oh, no. I remember this. Yes. This is their new model that has, the idea here being modularity. They're going to have lots of options, and this is absolutely, because Taylor, I remember seeing your pictures. This is absolutely one of those knives where they have altered. So if you're going to go look at the links for this knife down in my description, this knife absolutely has had the changes. If this is in D2, like the HRC changes. They have made dramatic improvements to the HRC. So I'm going to guess this is D2, but even if it's like 14C or some other steel, the idea is to increase the hardness here. So they're going to have multiple scale options, probably standoff options. What does this say here? Oh, they put Metal Complex on it. So you can do the laser engraving too, and we've got left and right-handed manipulation there. Now I believe, this is a button-operated liner lock. Very, very cool. Ooh, I believe Miguron's first here. Now, everybody loves to get up in arms. Oh, Metal Complex, you're too rough with those knives. Oh, my tummy. You're beating them down, you savage, you barbarian. How dare you lightly tap those knives on a Home Depot table covered in vinyl upholstery. You can't tap it multiple times because you have to reset the lock after every tap. No! No! We're gonna lightly tap these. We're gonna find out how little it takes, right? My test is a few light taps on the top of this table, and if it's fine, then it's fine. Right now, if you're okay with a lock disengaging after a couple of taps, right, if that makes your tummy feel yucky that I'm testing these knives this way, and it makes you want to type up a strongly worded letter and ship it to you or somebody's got to stop this monster. I know, I'll take it to Reddit or Facebook groups. That'll show me. You go ahead and you do that. In the meantime, right, you go ahead and you buy these things. You buy your slip joints, right? For me and everybody else in the community who wants to know whether or not these locking systems can actually hold up to, I don't know, like a hard dad sneeze worth of force on the spine, I'm going to go ahead and do it, okay? I have the lightest spine tap test on the entirety of the internet. The tutorial of spine tap tests, right? We're just going to give it a couple. We're going to go here, we're going to go here, and we're even going to come out here near the tip. Oh, that really frazzles some of you guys. Some of you get really worked up. Oh, give it a nice flip there. Pass. We do that so that people know. And I can promise you that people appreciate it. Wonderful. Thank you so much to Miguron for testing this properly. This is just a button-operated liner lock. It's not even a top liner lock, so thank goodness, right? Getting the geometry correct on this will absolutely result in a locking system that is more than capable of standing up to normal knife usage and occasionally some chaos that you cannot control, right? A few light taps in some circumstances will be the equivalent of one really hard slip and impact, or maybe you drop it or whatever, right? But it doesn't matter. I'll let all the people split the hairs and go to the little groups and go to the little Reddit circles. I'll let you guys go and scream and whine and cry and make absolutely no difference whatsoever, and then I'll keep doing this. So go, you have fun with that. But anyways, the pocket clips can be mounted for left or right hand carry. And then we have multiple colors there. I love that you have an option for the button. Actually, the design really wild and crazy. Not going to be appealing to everybody, but it is nice and ergonomic, easy to hang on to. Like the grip zones are really good. I don't love the bill here. I don't love that. I wish we would shave that down a little bit. The other cool thing is that because this is a liner lock, it looks to be accessible from the front. Yeah, so you can engage it like a normal liner lock and it'll just fall down into that choil area. Or you can use it like a button-operated liner lock. Really cool. I don't know what the heck this knife is called, but this isn't a review. It's just an unboxing, so the name of this knife will be down in the description there. So let's open up the next one. Oh no, this is the colorless one. We'll save that for last. That's mysterious, right? That'll improve my watch time. We've got to get you guys to watch those ads so I can make my money, because I'm greedy. Oh boy. So, is this a special one? Yes. It's heavier. So this, it's in maybe titanium. Do we have an indication of blade steel? No, but I'm going to venture to guess that when we Miguron using titanium, it probably means that they're going to be using M390. And as far as I know, M390 through Miguron is also on the list to be improved. They have been improving it. They've been pushing it forward, and I think are now at a minimum of 60. And I think Taylor has a whole bunch of data on various blade steels through Miguron that he will likely share with us. The other stuff that came here, boy, a ton of handle screws. What are these? Oh, is it the button? Oh, cool. So the button is also something that can be customized. So you can take these out, and you can do the silver one or the gold one. Sorry, I didn't focus there. The silver or the gold, and then we also have the blue and the purple. I love this. I love the modularity. I think it's really neat, and you can buy one knife and have multiple pocket clips or different buttons and things. You want to dress it up, change it up. This is the thing that, some people roll their eyes at this, and it's like, it's fine. It's not, this type of thing isn't for everybody, right? But it's what they used to make fun of. They used to make fun of Hinderer for being like knife dress up and Lego knives. Yeah, you sure showed Hinder. He sure didn't go anywhere with that. Boy, Hinder probably should have listened to you guys, right? Good advice. If you think that stuff like this is fun and cool, then great. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to the bummers because they wouldn't know anything about appealing to specific groups, right? The nice thing about the knife world, stuff like this will appeal to certain groups, and it's nice, and we can let those groups like certain things. I'm a part of a lot of these groups, and then other groups who aren't really into this can go and like their own thing, right? But anyways, I think that's cool that we have a couple options there. This one says black. Okay, so we do actually have an option where there's no like bright, colorful stuff, right? If you want to keep your stuff dark and tactical. Oh, this one's going to be like a carbon fiber. Wow, you guys really, there's a lot of variations with this knife. This is a good, I think it's a good launch knife. That just came apart. For this new, for basically introducing everybody to your new way of like doing your HRC. Now, I don't know if this is aluminum. This isn't carbon fiber. This is either anodized titanium or anodized aluminum. It does feel slightly lighter. Not sure. Do love the black and gold. I think that's really cool. I wonder if all of these pocket clips are titanium. I would venture to guess that they are. And we'll just get a magnet out and test it. Oh, there's a knife stuck to that magnet. That's not safe. Yeah, it appears that all of this, except for the save the liners, like the pocket clips are all titanium. Very cool. Okay, so we have these three here. We have a black pocket clip there. And I don't think they sent me every single option. I think they sent me some. The final one here is the one that doesn't have a color at all. Maybe that means that it's, oh no, it's not. It's a bunch of different scales. Cool. Okay. So, holy crap! Look at all these scales. Okay, so we've got some some magma, like shred carbon fiber. That's cool. I'll lay these down here. You guys can get a look. Looks like we have maybe some bronze titanium. Yeah, we got some bronze titanium scales. And yes, I will do giveaways on this stuff, guys. I might keep one for myself, but I will do some giveaways. These look to be like a... I bet these are gunmetal. Oh, yeah. No, like maybe like a blue... Yeah, it's like a bluish, like gunmetal. So that's cool. We have... Is this like purple G10? This is nice because this knife can be built with just about any budget. It's purple shred carbon fiber. Very cool. And then, of course, we have... This appears to be Ultim. Because you got some people who want that PP. Very nice. I actually still really like Ultim. This is very nice. Miguron once again showing that they are fully capable. Oh, we actually have one more set that I didn't open up. So I think these are just plain gray. Yeah, these appear to be like just standard like titanium. So Miguron is proving that they can, maintain good quality control, excellent quality control. They can build a good lock. They can heat treat steel properly. They can, keep up with the demands of, various people and various tastes, right? There is no such thing as good taste or bad taste. It's personal preference, and whoever you decide to, subject your opinions to, and whether or not you care about seeking reaffirmation from that group. That's what creates the illusion of good taste. But in reality, it's a lot more freeing to just enjoy whatever you want. So for those people who have come to that conclusion naturally, look at this, a buffet of awesome stuff from Miguron. The best thing, really, the cherry on top, is the combination of the trustworthy locking system, at least by my standards, right? And then also the phenomenal HRC that will be applied to these blade steels. Very, very cool. Massive W Miguron. Let them be a shining golden example. The bar that every other knife company who is, kind of slacking in the HRC department, this is the bar that you should seek to meet or exceed. Definitely. I mean, obviously, we don't want to push the HRC too high. There's you don't want to have D2 at like 66 or anything like that. But certain steels can definitely be too low or too high. But there's definitely a range of optimal that's going to work for any individual person. So it's nice to see Miguron taking that step and not making the same industry standard 57 to 59 HRC-D2 and actually going for it in both the budget territory and on premium steels, it sounds like. So very cool. Wonderful stuff. All of the appropriate information and links will be found down in the description so that you guys can explore these models for yourself. That's going to be it from me today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do of course have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.